104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is the...
All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, Special K, what's this one all about?
Hey, let's find out who we're pranking and how we're going to do it.
Hi, I'm Heather, and my brother is a bus driver. He's been doing it for a really long time. He's great at it. He's wonderful. But his biggest fear is leaving a kid on the bus. I think this would be the perfect opportunity for a Special K prank.
Okay. So he's a school bus driver.
Man, this is messed up. Bus drivers have enough stress in their life. They do.
Mess with a school bus driver?
Kids on a bus are terrible.
Yes.
If you've ridden a bus, you know.
Oh, yes. Many years.
Troublemaker's always in the back.
Yep.
So how would I deal with this situation? Well, first, I'd be Eric be concerned about pooping. I'd be concerned about what am I going to eat? And am I going to get attacked by animals?
You know, that's something I never even thought about. If you're a school bus driver and you got to go to the bathroom while you're doing your route, ooh, that's a problem.
I remember pulling over to various 7-Elevens when we were.
Your school bus driver had to go in and.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're a little bit elderly.
We're on the country, so he wouldn't be able to do that, or she wouldn't be able to do that.
They've got in the cornfield.
All right, so here we are. I am a student. I ride his bus, and I'm going to call him from the bus. We'll find out where that bus is.
Hello.
Hey, hello, Mr.
Hello?
Hey,
Yes.
it's Robbie. I ride your bus, the 7 bus.
What?
Hey.
Oh, Robbie?
I fell asleep, and I woke up, and everyone's gone, and I'm on the bus.
Oh, my God.
I'm in a place with a lot of buses. There's like all buses around me, really tight parked together, and I go, I don't think
No, I cleared them. I looked.
No. You just left me here. You just left me sleeping.
Wait.
What?
No.
I don't have any snacks to last me, and I'm kind of hungry, and all I have is...
I don't know. You could search around. There's probably crackers in the glove box, but they're like 2 years old. I left them there 2 years ago.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sounds like you found them.
They're bad. They're bad.
Oh, my gosh.
Crackers.
Oh, jeez. Let me grab my... Oh, jeez. Let me grab my coat.
Okay, yeah. Can I just drive the bus out of here?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Do not.
Can I drive it out of here?
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. I think there's,
No.
I tried to open the door, and there's animals at the door. I think they smell my fish loaf.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Hold on. I can't even tell what they are. I think it's a dog. Hold on.
No. No. What the heck?
It's raccoons.
I'm on my way. All right? I'm trying to get out. I'm on my way.
God, they're taking my Crocs.
I'm moving.
They got my Crocs. Hold on, close the door. I closed the door.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Okay, they ran to the back of the bus. Are you on your way?
I'm just getting out the door.
Okay.
I just got out the door.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll be right here waiting for you. But one more thing, Mr.
Yeah?
This is actually Special K from KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan show, and your sister Heather has set you up today.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, my gosh. This is freaking nuts. I have never left anyone on the bus. All right, I was about ready to try and call my boss.
I know. I didn't want you to reach out today and get yourself into any hot water, but yes, I'm sorry to get you all turned up.
Yeah, real happy birthday, right?
Well,
Never had anything like this happen to me before.
I know. I'm sorry, but listen, I'm fine. There's, little Robbie's not stuck on the bus. It's okay. You can stay home. Do you have a message for your sister though? She came up with this whole ruse.
I still love you. All right. Barely.
Can you say these words for me before I let you go and chill? Can you say Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show?
Special K pranked me on Roula and Ryan show.
Yeah, I was wondering, do they have it's like a universal key for those school buses? They leave them in there, like when they park them in that area with like 50 of them?
Oh, yeah.
Or do they take the key with them? Because you can't probably...
I thought you could push the doors open, but not necessarily start it because you need a
But is
regular
there
key.
is there like a valet box for all the keys after they're done for the day?
Oh, you
No.
got to turn in your key. I'm sure you don't just get your own key.
Or you have two of them?
Hey, if you're a school bus driver, text us. Do they leave the
Unless you're
keys in
driving
the
right
bus? Yeah, don't do that.
and
Don't
then
be
we'll let
texting
you
and
guys
driving.
know.
Yeah, but if you're at a stop sign, you jump some kids off, let me know.
Yeah, if you pulled over already, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to think the last time I was on a school bus.
Oh, my God.
Those things were awful.
I remember I had two different incidents where we drove the school bus driver so nuts that they pulled over. They pulled off to the side of the road. Once was when we lived out in the country, and he literally did pull off into a cornfield, and he was threatening to kick somebody off the bus because these girls were really mean, and they sprayed perfume all over this one guy, and he was
that sucks.
so mad at them for bullying this.
Remember those windows? You have to push the two buttons on the
Yeah,
at the same time to have it
push it down.
go down.
Mm-hmm. Do they not have seatbelts on buses?
Some do.
Yeah.
They tried passing the law, I thought, years ago, but I don't think.
Yeah, we never had them.
No.
Kevin, man,
we
that was
always hoped that
hilarious.
they'd hit a railroad track or bumps in the back seat. You go flying up
Go
in the
flying
air.
up. Yeah, I know.
But now I think they have cameras and stuff, don't they?
They do. Because, I mean, I've seen so many
They should.
like videos show up on my feed of like school bus kids getting jostled around.
Someone said no keys are left on the bus.
No keys are left on the bus. Okay. Coming up next, we got Date or Ditch. Ahmad, I believe you got this listener line call came in.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on her side with this one. It involves Valentine's Day and no gifts.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, we'll see. Because
At that
there could be a
crossroads.
reason why he didn't do it. Oh,
All right.
really? Uh-oh.
I don't know.
This might be called ditch now.
Yeah.
Might be just called Ditch. And we're also inside that window, by the way, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anytime you hear a Justin Timberlake song, caller 104, you are going to JT, courtesy of the Roula and Ryan Show. Date
Never know.
or Ditch is coming up next on the Roula and Ryan Show. All right, JT on the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. In case you are not aware, every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. when you hear a JT song, your caller 104, you're going to go see Justin Timberlake December 4th at Toyota Center. I believe we've got Kirsten on the line.
Yes. Good morning.
Hey, Kirsten, what are you calling about?
Yeah, what you calling for?
To try to win Justin Timberlake tickets.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, you got him.
Your caller 104. Yeah, you got a pair of tickets to see JT, Toyota Center, December 4th. Tickets go on sale Thursday, February. Well, they already went on sale yesterday. I'm losing my mind. It was yesterday at 10
But you don't
a.m.
have to worry about that because
No,
you got
your
free
tickets.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all so
right.
much. This like totally made my week.
Yes. Hold on one
right.
second. We're going to come back
Hang
and
on,
get your
hang on.
information.
Hold on. A lot of moving plates here right now. The girls are out today, so Roula's doing a field trip with her daughter.
Well, to clear the lines, because usually we let listeners, they can add their 2 cents.
Yeah, with Date or Ditch.
And this has been taken off the last couple months.
I know.
Where people hear it, and then they leave listener lines with you. They'll call after we do one. I'm hoping somebody will call after we do this Date or Ditch. Mm-hmm. And I tell them, just record them, and then we see if we can get to them. Because usually we do it like once a week. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, let's just do this one, especially it's timely. What happened a couple days ago? You got this yesterday? I think you got it yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday? Yep. You got it yesterday.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hey, so I'm calling in for Date or Ditch. I had a horrible Valentine's date. I was surprised and not in a good way. I've been dating this guy for about a little over a month now, and he's great. He's one of those guys, amazing on paper. He's good looking. He's successful, all the things. And he got me nothing. I don't expect a lot. I hinted like, oh, I don't need much, like even those, crappy chocolates or like anything. And he shows up with nothing. And then his excuse for that, I felt like it was too soon. Too soon. How's it ever too soon to show somebody some gesture of appreciation or affection? So I guess my question is, should I date or ditch? Because at this point, I'm definitely leaning towards ditching. I'm kind of out.
Man,
You're hearing her voice.
She's angry.
But what did you get him?
Oh, I know. I wish you got that from her.
How come it always has to be like...
It's always a guy giving a girl something.
Why can't the girl give the guy something?
Valentine's Day really is a girl's holiday, though.
But if it's all about love, and why not share love? Show him you love him.
I'd have to know,
like
like,
a six-pack.
I'd have to know his backstory. Me, I couldn't imagine if I'd been dating somebody a month, I 100% would get them a Valentine's.
Don't you feel like you're on your best behavior?
Yeah.
It's usually the guy that's like 5 years in that they just say, I love you.
But speaking as a father of a now young adult child, if my daughter came to me and said, I've been dating this guy for a month, we had a date on Valentine's and he got me nothing, I'd be saying, get out of it. Because
really?
I
Wow.
would. And here's why. Because in the beginning, and you should always wow that person as long as you're in that relationship. You should always treat every day like respect that person, love them, show them affection. And you don't need a holiday to have that. But that's when you're really trying to impress somebody. I mean, and I always tell her, like, if it's bad in the beginning, it's not going to get better because you're supposed to be on your very best behavior in the beginning. And if this is as good as it gets, it's not going to get better.
I don't know.
I think you put too much on Valentine's Day. Not everyone's into that.
But even I'm against it. But I still give my wife flowers on that day. I just don't like someone telling me that I have to get a card and do that stuff. I want to do it on my own.
I'd ask him. I mean, if she's really that into him right now, and she seems very hurt and very angry, I'd ask him, like, what is your reason?
So you're saying to dump? Take line 3 because Stephanie does not agree with you.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, maybe he got really burned and he's afraid to be full-fledged right now.
But
in
this
the
is date or
relationship.
ditch. We all have our opinions. It doesn't, So you think?
I think probably get out. He's making her this angry this early on.
Stephanie, what do you think the opposite of Ryan? You say they should.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. I think she's going to. I mean, honestly, she's like a ditch situation. Why are you going so crazy about? You've only been there for a month. He doesn't know much about you. And if this is important to you, then give him another chance. Like maybe your birthday's coming up.
Well, what do you think, though? I mean, I think it depends on, like, if they've only seen each other like 2 or 3 times in that month, if they've only been out on a date or two, then yeah, she absolutely should. But if they've gone out like 4 or 5 times a week for the last month.
I don't know. Stephanie makes a good point. Listen to that.
If he took
crazy.
her to a nice restaurant for dinner. Like, he could have said, like, my gesture is, I want to take you out, wine and dine you, and that's it. Why do you need, like, flowers so you can just set it on the counter before we go out?
Because it's for the gram, Stephanie.
A little crazy.
It's all for the gram.
You got to show everyone how much people love you.
Especially on Valentine's
Maybe
Day.
he went to a dinner where he knew that there were going to be those little people who walk around with flowers, and he was going to buy her one.
Oh, yeah, those flowers.
Oh, I can't stand that.
They put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
It's
But
like you got no choice. Like, no, we're good.
All right, well,
you can't say that.
So you say
for your lady?
You say keep dating then. Okay, I'll put you down. Carol on line 1 has a different take on that.
All right. Hey, Carol, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. For Date or Ditch, what do you recommend?
I recommend Ryan that. Oh my God!
Turn your
you got to turn your radio down. That's confusing you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Turn your radio down.
I am so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, it's down. Okay, I just feel like she shouldn't ditch him. She needs to, like the other caller just say, how about her giving him a gift too? Guys are people too, and we love one another.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk to each other and love each other. Me and my husband, all we did, we went home, we had wine, and I cooked, and we sat down and we ate, and we watched TV, and that was awesome.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
But don't you think in the beginning, though, you should really, like, you're trying to get them to fall for you. I mean, I'm not talking about bait and switch. You should always be good to that person.
And it's okay. You can wine and dine, but she can also wine and dine him to show him that she loves him and she wants him to as much as he wants her.
Okay.
Hey, let's play the audio again because we get new people listening every minute. And listen to her voice because
she sounds very angry.
Angry, like, come on.
Hey, so I'm calling in for date or ditch. I had a horrible Valentine's date. I was surprised and not in a good way. I've been dating this guy for about a little over a month now, and he's great. He's one of those guys, amazing on paper. He's good looking. He's successful, all the things. And he got me nothing. I don't expect a lot. I hinted like, oh, I don't need much, like even those, crappy chocolates or like anything. And he shows up with nothing. And then his excuse for that, I felt like it was too soon. Too soon. How is it ever too soon to show somebody some gesture of appreciation or affection? So I guess my question is, should I date or ditch? Because at this point, I'm definitely leaning towards ditching. I'm kind of out.
See, she's
kind of out.
I mean, obviously she has her own answer. I don't even think we could help her if we wanted to. But Kim wants to say something about your comments, Ryan.
That's a little harsh.
Kim, what do you want to say to Ryan? Go ahead.
Kim.
Hi.
Hey.
I think you're crazy.
I'm crazy?
If I had only been dating somebody for a month and they brought me something on Valentine's Day, which is like a huge burden, I'd be like, no, and I would ditch them because they brought me something.
So if the guy brought you flowers, if the guy brought you flowers, you'd say, hey, I'm out.
Probably not. Well, it depends on the flowers. If he went for the $100 bouquet of roses, probably.
What if it was one of those teddy bears?
Like a handful of carnations, I'd be fine.
What about like a 6-foot teddy bear?
Valentine's Day?
Well, no, come on. You're being ridiculous. I think
they sell those things.
I think that this woman was calling because it's like you could have just shown some little gesture, even a card. Is that really that big a deal if he gave you a Valentine's card?
They obviously went out. He came. He did something.
Yeah, he was there.
He just didn't give her something physical. They had a date. He didn't even have to do that.
Yeah, what if he was with his buddies on that day? What if he said, it's what day was Valentine's Day? Was that Wednesday? Well, maybe that's bowling night with his buddies. I'd rather go bowling than be with you.
Yeah,
that's worse.
He made a gesture. He went and talked to her. He had a date with her. He showed her something.
She just said he showed up. She didn't say they went on a date.
But they probably did something. She just was mad because he didn't bring a gift.
Okay.
She wanted like a Chanel purse or something.
No, she didn't say that.
I don't know. We'll take line 4, Misty.
All right. Hey, Misty, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Date or ditch? What do you suggest?
Ditch.
Ditch? Okay.
Because she's too materialistic. It's a month. Who cares? Like you said, he showed up. That was enough. It's too early to go out spending money on love and everything. He may not even actually like her that much.
So you're saying ditch because it's not for her. Ditch, that guy needs to just get away from her.
Yes, absolutely. He needs to run because if she's already acting this dramatic a month in, it's going to be horrible for the rest of the time.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
You're kind of swaying me.
Yeah, I don't want this guy to be in this relationship.
See,
I don't even know this guy. I wish I could have talked to him.
I'm torn because on one hand, I'm thinking as a father. On the other hand, I got to think, hey, what was it like?
Yeah, I mean, he may have wanted to spend money on like his mom or his kids or, if he had kids or anybody else that he actually has like love and adoration for.
Or what if he has no money?
Girl, he's only for a month.
When I started dating,
he's successful.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't have much money.
You couldn't buy a card?
Nowadays, those cards are $10.
Like she said, he showed up. He came to see her. That doesn't mean he has to go. Just her key words in that was he's successful. So she's like, oh, he has money.
Oh yeah,
why
there you
didn't
go.
he spend it on me?
See, she wanted that purse. She wanted something big.
Okay,
you can't get it. So most people are saying
this poor woman calls in for date or ditch. Now she's being accused of being a gold digger.
Do one more, line 6. We'll talk to Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. Jessica, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Date or ditch? What do you suggest?
I say ditch for sure.
Okay, and why?
Well, I think obviously it was important to her, right? I guess some people it wouldn't matter, but to her it was important. And this is an example of how he's going to be. Her birthday comes up and he's like, well, I didn't know what to get you. Like it's going to be an excuse for him every time.
Yeah. I can see that. I say ditch.
So we're getting multiple reasons for date or ditch, but the general consensus is ditch.
And it's supposed to be 50-50 on her because of the way she acts.
Uh-huh.
But it's not really fair, though, like you said.
There's a lot of variables we don't know
about. We hear
about.
her voice for 30 seconds. We don't know. She could be the sweetest person in the world. Kev, it didn't sound very nice.
No, expectations are made to be broken.
But if you're bringing out that much anger in a person a month in, get out.
Yeah, we just talked to a guy earlier this 640.
Yeah.
During open phones. They were married, 20 years?
22 years. They were together, married 19, together 22.
And she was cheating on him because he was on dialysis, and she wasn't there for him.
when he needed her.
So what's gonna? I don't think this guy will be there for her down the road if he's doing this 4 weeks in.
All right, there you have
Ditch.
it.
Everyone's saying ditch. Majority.
Everybody says ditch. She sounded like she was ready to ditch anyhow. So,
but if you have something going on, call us. Mod can even talk to you. We can record it. We can play it.
If you can't get through, you can always call the listener line as well, 713-278-VENT. Now, coming up next, Eric, did you want to let me...
Yeah, you want to... Yeah, because Ryan's been wanting to talk about this show
wanted to talk
for
about this.
2 weeks. I haven't been on Netflix.
I've been watching this. I watched it. It's called Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix. It was number 1 on Netflix, and it is the best documentary I think I've ever seen about this poor guy. His life was wrecked because of an ex stalking him. So I thought I'd open up the lines at 713-390-KRBE.
And for it to be number 1 means it struck a nerve with people.
Yeah.
People going through this.
People have been stalked. Have you ever been stalked? Or were you the stalker? We want to hear from you at 713-390-KRBE. If you've ever been dealing with a stalker, we want to hear from you.
I don't know if we'll get people to stalk. You've been stalked.
Yeah.
I'm a stalker, guys.
I'm stalking you right now. We'll hear from you next.
KRBE. Turn it up. More of the Roula and Ryan Show.
All right, we are getting a lot of calls. 713-390-KRBE if you've ever been stalked. Somebody just called and said, oh, man, I want to hear this, but I got to go into work. So here's what you want to do. Download the KRBE app. You can listen to the podcast at your own leisure.
We have lots of people, I notice, we get listener line calls in the afternoon. I'll be like, where are all these coming from?
Because they're listening to the podcast.
Yeah, they're on their way home, and they listen to the, they heard us talking about, like, the stalkers. They never got to hear it.
Yeah.
Or roses that day. Or
you can take us anywhere you want. But I've been talking about this behind the scenes. Y'all, the number 1 show on Netflix right now is Lover, Stalker, Killer.
It's a documentary, not a series.
It's a documentary. It's like 90 minutes. It is the best documentary I have ever seen. Like, you're watching
it's
this.
90 minutes complete. Like, it's not like 10 episodes I have to watch.
Nope. You just threw the whole thing, one and done. And it is like a story about how this person basically destroyed this man's life, the stalker. And it is... It is. I don't want to give you anything about it, but you watch every second. You can't play with your phone. You've got to watch this. There's so many twists and turns, and you think you know where it's going, and it's not where it's going. It is crazy.
Well, you asked a question. Is there anyone out there that's been stalked before? And I was hoping there'd be no calls. I love getting calls, but I was hoping, because I don't want to see anyone going through that.
No.
It's terrible. It's
but
terrifying.
if you've ever been stalked, you can call us right now, 713-390-KRBE. All right, we got calls. Who are we going to start with? Anthony?
Anthony.
All right. Hey, Anthony, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. Anthony, so tell us your story. How were you stalked?
Hey, so about a year and a half ago, I started getting back into the dating world. I met this girl on Facebook dating. She was outside of the distance preference, but she seems to be a nice girl. Decided to take her out on a date. The date turned into... us sleeping together on the first night.
Oh, okay.
And the next day, I didn't get to a phone call in time, and she started getting a little crazy. The red flags started coming out, and I told her, hey, I think you're taking this a little too far. She started texting me like, how dare you? Like, why aren't you responding? And I said, listen, we went out one time. Yes, we crossed the line, but I think you're getting a little too crazy with this. So she said, I'm sorry. And then it started again later on when I couldn't respond right away. She started continuing again. So I said, you know what? This is not going to work out. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to block you. So
how long, from the beginning that you slept with her that first night to this part?
Yeah, like
how long? So days, weeks? Like this whole thing when you said, sorry, I'm done with you. I got to block you. Was that a week later?
Oh.
2 days?
Oh, like 2 days, man.
Okay.
So
she didn't like that.
She didn't like that. So I blocked her number. 5 minutes later, I get a call from a random number. Turns out it's her again.
Oh.
Hey, what's going on? Whoa. No, I already blocked you. Listen, I'm sorry. I got to block you again. 5 minutes later, another phone number. This went on for probably about 2 weeks, contacting me from different numbers, reaching out to me from different Facebook accounts, different Instagram accounts.
Oh, wow.
I thought that had ended. About 3 weeks, about 3 months later, I started dating a girl, and she started messaging the girl.
Oh, no.
Hey, so this guy's a jerk. This guy's going to do this with you, and then he's going to dump you. So
now, she never pretended to be pregnant or anything, did she?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
That's good.
until most recently. I recently got engaged. She found a way to get a hold of my new fiance, and thankfully my fiance, I had let her know ahead of time what was going on. I kind of gave her a rundown of what had happened. But yeah, I mean, this girl is still out there trying to ruin my life a year and a half later.
A year and a half later. Wow. Have you called the police about this girl?
I have. I do have a restraining order against her, but there's nothing that could be done. I mean, unless it's something where she comes close to me, but she's doing all this through, social media, through phone calls. So it's not, they can't really do anything about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lesson for guys out there.
Do not sleep with a girl on the first date.
At least get to know her a little bit.
I learned my lesson there.
All right, man. Well, I hope nothing happens.
I'm glad you found somebody that you want to share your life with, and they understand the situation. That's a lot to deal with.
Hey, let's talk to Stephanie now, because she had the FBI had to get involved.
Oh, my God, the FBI? All right.
Line 6.
Stephanie's on line 6. Hey, Stephanie, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. Share with your story. How were you stalked?
Hi. So I was not stalked, but my mother was actually stalked.
Oh, okay.
So she is a real estate agent, and basically one night at like 3 o'clock in the morning, she got a random phone call, and it was some guy on the other line basically saying that he had kidnapped 2 people, and he's holding them hostage right now. And unless my mom sends him pictures of herself, like he's basically going to do things to them and then kill them.
Oh, my God.
And so my mom was like, what is happening? She called the police. Police said they couldn't really do anything, so it was like a burner phone. And he just kept calling my mom all night, just telling her crazy things, that he's watching her, she's next, he's going to get her. And then the next day, my mom started getting calls from detectives, like, all over Houston, like from Katy, from Spring, from Conroe, everywhere, basically saying that he was calling other real estate agents with the same company and saying that he had kidnapped my mom and her 2 daughters, and he was holding them hostage, and he was going to kill my mom.
Oh, my God.
And then he was sending my mom pictures of, like, the woods. He was like, I'm going to get you, I'm going to tie you up, and I'm going to put you in the woods, and nobody's ever going to find you.
Oh.
And then he started sending my mom pictures of underage children.
Oh, my
And
God.
so then finally the FBI got involved, and I'm trying to, like, shorten it because this was, like, over, like a week of just crazy.
So this is a week of this happening every day. He was...
Yes. So then the FBI got involved, and they tracked it. Long story short, they tracked his phone, and turns out he was, like, hiding out in West Virginia. And but the number that he had called my mom on and the name that he given her, he was actually looking for a house in, like, Cyprus. And it turns out he used to live here. And when I found him, because I did, like, where you look up somebody and find their identity or whatever, I found him, and his rap sheet was so long. I don't know how this person was not already in prison, but he had accounts of, like, harassment, online harassment, aggravated assault, like, just all this crazy stuff. Turns out they found him in West Virginia, and he was actually hiding out in, like, a random house with a bunch of other, like, offenders that were hiding from the law.
So he did this just to make money, just basically pay up, or this is going to happen?
No, he was actually, when they found him, I guess they went into his room, he had pictures of my mom. Like, they said that he had been stalking my mom for a while.
Oh, wow.
And so she had pictures of him, or I'm sorry, he had pictures of her. He had a bunch of information from her through, like, I guess, like, the real estate company. But it turns out that he had done this to, like, a couple other real estate agents, like, for her company. So he was, like, targeting this specific real estate company. And another woman had called my mom saying that he did the same thing to her, like, a year ago. Wow. And, like, yeah, it was just crazy. It was all crazy. So FBI found him. He was hiding out with a bunch of under offenders.
They arrest him?
And he was arrested. The FBI actually called my mom not too long ago, basically telling her that she can finally, like, wipe her phone clean of, like, everything that he told her, gave her, and that he is still incarcerated.
Oh,
that's good. At least he's still in jail.
Whew. Man, scary world
That's what
we live
scares me
in.
when I see people, like, real estate agents, like, hey, they have their, like, face on a bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're on a bus, or people that advertise their business.
You're putting
in their
yourself
car.
out there.
You're putting yourself out there. Hopefully you're not using your personal number and stuff, you know? Have a Google number or something. That's
a
scary.
Google Voice number. I mean, we're on the side of a van.
Yeah, but at least it's not our. At least it's not.
Yeah, it's KRB's number. It's not my home phone number.
That is true. I've been on this doing this for a long time, and a couple of girls I've worked with before had stalkers.
That's
it was like
scary.
serious. Like the guy had a cane with a knife sword in it.
Oh my God!
I remember we had to confiscate him. This is back in 2000. The girl Rebecca with Bo and Jim that I used to work with.
Oh yeah.
Because she was a rock station and she's like the only girl and these crazy dudes.
That's scary.
Yeah, there's some.
Bet she wants to touch my dangus.
Hey, time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, by the way, that documentary is called Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix. It's #1 right now, and it is an eye-opener.
Call the listener line if you have a good story, but kind of keep it like under 2 minutes so Ryan can, we can't play a 4-minute.
No. Try and keep it under 2. 713-278-VENT if you've ever been stalked. So this is kind of cool. A Houston-made spacecraft. Kevin, I thought this would get your attention. A Houston-made spacecraft is racing towards the moon. It's going to be a historic landing that... 2 other companies tried this in the past year, but Intuitive Machines launched its uncrewed Nova C lander, and this was yesterday. Okay, so next week, February 22nd, it is going to be the first privately owned spacecraft to make a soft lunar landing and the first American vessel to touch down on the moon since 1972.
Cool. How much red tape they have to go through to, like the government, that tell me, can you just do it? Or do you have to tell them, hey,
I think what are they going to do? How are they going to stop
they don't
you?
Own, they don't own the
Nobody owns the moon.
No, but they're trying.
They don't.
Yeah, that's why they want to get there.
And Kevin, he's such a conspiracy theorist. He believes that there's aliens on the dark side of the moon.
That's why we haven't.
Transformers.
That's why we have not been back. They were like, y'all get the hell out of here. You ain't ready for this.
I just don't know why we couldn't go. Like, if we did it in like 4 years, wasn't it like Kennedy did that speech at Rice University? Yeah. And 4 years later, we had a man on the moon?
And why is it 52 years later we've not been back? That is strange. That's puzzling.
But I mean, we've
why would we
hit
go there?
that.
It's boring.
Yeah, we've hit that goalpost. Why don't we keep moving on to the next one that we can live on? I don't know if we can live on the moon.
Mm-hmm. Kevin wants that, Earth 2 or whatever it is?
Yeah. Welcome to Earth 2.
All right, here's one that you might like. Flyers at both of our airports.
I thought you were talking about the Flyers.
No, not the Philadelphia Flyers.
Hockey team.
People that take aircraft. If you're either going to Intercontinental or Hobby, they're going to modernize the bathrooms finally. The FAA announced a $970 million grant that has been awarded to airports across the country, and that includes money for Hobby and Busch.
But I feel
nicer,
like
newer bathrooms.
IAH has fairly new bathrooms.
They just need to have stalls with like, get rid of that half-inch crack that you can see the person in there.
You're just hanging some toilet paper down through there.
I would just be happy.
You do that?
You hang toilet paper?
How do you get a stick?
I have never,
side?
but you can. Usually when you're traveling, you have enough luggage, you can sling it over there
Probably
anyway.
you be careful. They see your luggage. Somebody could just... my uncle in Hawaii.
Yeah?
He was
They
in
grabbed
the
his
restroom,
bag?
and he had his camera over that hook.
Yes.
And the thief followed him in there, and he knew his pants were down. So
Oh, my
If
God.
he's
Man saw-
pooping, the guy's just going to grab his camera
I
and
saw
run.
the guy run, and then he's running, trying to pull up his pants.
Oh, my God.
So I'm always scared of that. A lot of times, smart places take the hook and they move it down
On the inside
low.
door.
Okay. It's the door inside,
In the
but it's
middle.
low, done up high.
Yeah.
Where somebody can just reach over and grab whatever you put on there.
Yeah, you put it in the middle, right above the handle, and then they can't reach over.
Yep.
All right, so if you're a fan of J-Lo, coming up next, 713-390-KRBE. We've got your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Jennifer Lopez, Toyota Center, August 31st. How many contestants do we need, Eric?
4. We're going to play the no-name TV game. So we need somebody to play with Ryan, myself, Eric. You need somebody to play with Ahmad and Kevin. These are going to be TV shows. They could be from, who knows, it could be from anywhere from the 60s famous shows to streaming shows right now. You never know what it is. We describe what the show's about. We can't say the actors' names, the characters' names. No
word in the title.
Yep. If it's like, you just can't say the word, like, if it was Home Improvement, you can't say it's an
improvement show.
Yeah, you can't say improvement
About
show.
Houses.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. All right. So, for contestants, 713-390-KRBE. Somebody scoring J-Lo tickets next on The Roula and Ryan Show.